I have some bad news. Language models are changing the internet faster today than ever before, making the traditional way of getting website traffic and sales very hard to predict and more risky. But new trends are leaving us clues of how we can continue to generate traffic. Even if AI becomes the go-to approach for people to find their products and services, there's a clear course of action you can take right now to get ahead while your competitors play catch-up. If you want to prepare for the future using the best marketing strategies so you can get traffic and get sales, continue watching this video. Because the strategies I cover today are not widely known. This gives you a unique advantage. With Google's AI-generated results now appearing above search results, ranking becomes less important. You can still be number one but barely get seen because the AI already answers the question the person is searching. What really matters now is being referenced and being cited by the AI. Not just for Google search, but also for other LLMs like ChatGPT as they become more popular. That's the new benchmark for visibility online. And this shift looks like it's only going to widen in the coming years. People will not use Google search anymore. They will just talk to the AI or write to the AI for their products or services. So how our agency gets clients like Econs and Finance referenced in so many AI results right now, plus why we think starting early will put yourself in a huge advantage compared to your competitors. Let's unpack some of these goodies and some of the work you need to do to get ahead. As you know, humans are drawn to the path of least resistance. We want answers fast and with minimal effort. This is why people are gravitating towards ChatGPT and AI assistants. They give them clear and immediate answers instead of shifting through a bunch of search results answers. People are literally asking the ChatGPT to do the work for them. Which option will give me more durability? Which option is more popular? AI will do the recommendations based on your preferences. ChatGPT and online LLMs already are handling a massive amount of growing queries about products and services. There's even new features in ChatGPT right now that you can see that are being optimized for those recommendations of products and services. The numbers are growing and traditional search is losing volume and capacity. Recent surveys show that people rather go with ChatGPT recommendation rather than make their own choice based on the search results in Google. This is very exciting, yet could be very concerning for marketers and small business owners. Now let's talk a little bit about the algorithm. Google's ranking system weighs hundreds of signals. Backlinks, site structure, website speed, user experience, user engagement, and many, many more. ChatGPT, on the other hand, works a little bit differently. It leans heavily on external citations, consistent third-party mentions, and context it can verify. Basically, it tries to create its own perception based on the data available in the internet. I would say ChatGPT is more contextual, whether Google is a little bit more algorithmic. But the cool thing is, you can actually ask ChatGPT why it recommended certain options. With Google, you can't really ask it why it ranked one site higher than the other one. Its ranking decisions are completely opaque, while ChatGPT has complete transparency of why it selected certain options. Now, our team ran hundreds and hundreds of prompts to discover why ChatGPT recommended products or services. Now, we did that to understand for our own clients if there's any certain trends in different industries that we need to take note of so we can use for our advantage. Now, we found that LLMs lean heavily on mentions from credible sources in order to make their recommendations. In simple terms, the more your brand gets mentioned in different websites that are credible, for example, websites that have been around or websites from bigger brands or websites that are in your local area, then the more likely your company will be ranked amongst those top recommendations. If your SEO strategy, for example, is still only focused on writing blogs, then you're missing half the picture of what's going on today. Now it's the best time to build your off-site presence. And remember to be contextual. Don't just get a link from a random page. make sure that that page talks a little bit about your business and what it offers. Also reviews. There's plenty of evidence showing that ChatGPT is starting to go through reviews on different sites in order to recommend products and services to you. By the way, if you're unsure how to balance the traditional ways of doing SEO with AI visibility, just letting you know that we do offer a free consultation where we can have a look at where your business is currently ranking on different LLMs and break down further the strategies that we use and the ones that are getting us the best results. If you're interested, simply go to our website minddesigns.com.au and book us for a consultation. Clearly, AI will continue to depend on external sources to make recommendations. That reality is not going to change anytime soon. But at the same time, you want your website to be the most content-rich and accurate source of information about the product or service you offer. Clearly describe what you do, what is your benefits, what is your offer, the details about your business, and how are you different. Your website is no longer just a brochure for someone to check out. It is the most important data source about your business. The more specific, consistent, and updated your information is on your website, the better the AI can take that information and compare it against other competitors. And guess what? If they're not doing the right thing in terms of context and content on the website, or it's missing certain elements, well, you'll be ranking better than them. Your website still matters, and it will matter even more in the future. Essentially, LLMs need structure and data to create their recommendations. And your website is the foundation of that data. Consistency across your site, directories, and external mentions will directly influence how often you appear on AI recommendations. There's nothing we can do about this. People are turning to AI because it's the easier option. It gives clear recommendations, and there's higher trust there because it does the work for us. As a result, AI is influencing real buying decisions, and users show high confidence in the recommendations they provide. It's tied to how LLMs work, explaining the reasoning behind their answers, and relying heavily on external, credible sources to do so. At this stage, Google cannot provide this level of transparency, and that is shaping how people are choosing where to look for guidance. What AI is giving us now is that ability to filter through that information in a very fast and accurate approach. Given this direction, marketers can best prepare by starting to think of content as the contextual description of the business. And one of the most important things is to ensure it's consistent across your website, external website, social media platforms. Yep, AI will surely start looking at social media platforms to get more information about your brand. That is already happening. So business that publish high quality and clear and consistent content will gain the strongest advantage in the AI discovery environment.